Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video on my channel, Makes Movies. If you are new to this channel, this is basically where I talk to you guys about my passion for movies. This goes from collections, hauls, reviews, and today's video, so let's get into it. It's a slightly different way of doing subscriber mail reviews. Now, normally I would do vlog style. I'd do a review at the time of watching the film, and then obviously give you my full thoughts then. However, with these two, I decided that what I wanted to do is, if there's anything that's got two in it, so for example with this one, I'm going to be reviewing 101 Dalmatians and 102 Dalmatians. I want to try out doing both movies in one video. You'll have to let me know how that works. If that doesn't work, then I will change it back to my old ways. But why not give it a go? See how we can work it. And so I watched this one the other week and I watched this one last night. So let's get into my thoughts on 101 Dalmatians, the live action 1 and 2. So start with the first one. I do actually have my full thoughts on this video. Well, not on this video. On this movie in my live action versus animation, or animation versus live action, whichever way you want to put it. I gave you my full thoughts on that movie in that video. But I'll give you a brief thought now. This was part of my childhood. In fact, this was the first 101 Dalmatians film I'd watched. I hadn't seen the animated film. I had seen this one. And then later on in life, I saw the animated one. And you know what? I still enjoy it now. It feels so nostalgic watching this. Because I feel like they don't make movies like this anymore. Not family movies anyway. But there's some really good actors in here. Jeff Daniels. You've got the guy that plays House. Can't remember his name. And Glenn Close as Cruella. Hence why she's on the front. They use real life animals, which I think is another great thing. Also, something I didn't mention in my review, well, in my animated versus live action video, is that there's a clip from Homeward Bound in this film, and I can't believe I hadn't noticed it until now. Why did it take me this long to see it? But no, I really enjoy this film. This is, like I said, nostalgic for me. It's my childhood and my very first foray. Is that how you say it? No. My first step into 101 Dalmatians. There we go. It's so much easier to say that. And I really like this slipcover. This has got sent to me by one of my amazing subscribers. And just, I love the design. I love the little silver boarding. And just, yeah, absolutely fun. And I love having these. I'd love for them to go on Blu-ray. But I think we're only ever just going to have the DVD versions. But this one I'm going to go into more in depth with. Because obviously this is one... I don't know if I have reviewed it on my channel or if I did. So I can't remember how many years ago I watched this. And yeah. And so now we're going to talk about 102 Dalmatians. So obviously this is a sequel to the first one. However, the only returning cast member is Glenn Close and the one that played her butler in the first one. I cannot remember his name. But this is set with different people, different story. The only time it really relates to anything from the first movie is the fact that it's Dipstick is one of the adult dogs in this, and this is him having kids. So that's the only real connection we have to this. So to me, it feels more like a standalone movie than it does a sequel to the first one. But say it does tie in a bit. But we're back with Cruella, who's supposedly now reformed. You know, she's just not after dogs. However, that changes after a certain thing happens. And yeah, so this is not exactly the best sequel on the planet, I will admit. I do miss the fact that we didn't have Jeff Daniels come back for this, or any of the other cast from the first film. I get that sometimes sequels do try and sort of like set it apart and just sort of like try and do something different. It's nice in the fact that the new characters are pretty fun. They're not as memorable to me as the ones from the first film, but I think they're fun. You know, they're entertaining to watch. I will say the side bad guy, he's sort of like this like fashion guy, kind of like Cruella. not really that memorable to me. He has a couple of things that are like, oh, okay, I kind of like that. But when I think of 102 Dalmatians, I don't really think much of the characters. So returning to this after having watched this so many years ago, I think I remember at the time that I enjoyed it. Sorry, I think I'm doing work across the way, so you might hear a buzzsaw. But for me, I feel like it's an okay sequel. Glenn Close did an amazing job. I think that's one of the benefits of this film, is that we did get Glenn Close back as Cruella. I do like the whole animal rescue thing. I think that's quite nice. Also, there's a parrot that talks in this quite a bit, which I think I kind of miss. Like, I like the fact that it was a bird that thinks it's a dog. But I kind of missed how it was just the dogs were quiet. As much as, it'd be nice to have that narration, kind of like Homeward Bound in a sense. But I also, because of having recently watched the first one, I think it sort of like made me realise how much I liked the whole quiet dog thing. Maybe it's just me. But no, it's not a terrible sequel. Like, I've seen worse. I got a phone call. But what was I saying? Yeah, so it's not a terrible sequel. I have seen worse. But it's one that I would put on, but maybe when I'm only rewatching all the films, maybe. Or maybe if I just need a film to have on in the background when I'm in bed, this might be one I put on. But like I said, I have seen worse sequels. But yeah, so that's both movies kind of reviewed on this channel. Let me know how you want future subscriber mail reviews to go. Do you like having the two movies together? Obviously, with things like Underworld, I'll do separate reviews for. But things like this where there's two movies, do you like having a double video, or would you like two separate videos? Let me know in the comments down below. But I thought, why not, seeing as I'm watching both of them, because I am going to be doing a ranking of the 101 Dalmatians films when I finish watching them. And I thought, why not? Especially since the second one is one that like I said, I grew up with this one. I'd watched this one first. But I did grow up with the sequel. And surprisingly, when I rewatched it the other day, well, yesterday, I'm quite surprised at how much I did remember from that film. So, yeah, that was quite nice. But yeah, so that is the reviews for 101 Dalmatians from 1996. And then this one is from 2000s, something like that. I think it's 2000s. But no, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then do give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button and also notification bell down below to be notified when I post. And also leave me your comments and thoughts on 101 Dalmatians live action films. Did you enjoy them? Did you not enjoy them? Have you seen them? And let me know, which one do you prefer? The first one or the second one? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time.